that all of the campuses are going to be doing. We are starting it, we're doing this as a pilot to have various groups come in and representatives from them to talk with you. But all of the campuses will be doing something similar. And then starting in the fall, most of us will be doing the same thing because we're going to work together to have an orientation for all of our EAP students. Because we know the more you know, the easier it is to be successful because you feel comfortable in your environment. I think I'm probably loud enough without it though. So we know that what you want to be is successful and we want you to be successful. So what we want to do is provide you with important information that will help you to be successful. And tonight we're going to give you some of that information. It's not going to be that long a presentation because we're going to just give you the most important information and then throughout the semester give you the opportunity to ask more questions, to bring in people to give you a longer presentation on things. So tonight is just going to give you a taste of some of the things that you could become involved in and some of the information we really want you to know. So we are very happy to have you here, and I'm going to turn it over to Evelyn Rodriguez now, who is the director of our malls grant, and she is going to talk about our Shark Start video. So Evelyn.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Are we hyped? Are you ready to be a shark? No, maybe? So I'm going to actually introduce Fabiola, who's actually a student here, and she's going to tell you a little bit about what the malls are, and then we're going to show you a quick video of some of the things that are little things that you probably don't know or probably have to learn the hard way. So just so that you don't have to learn the hard way, we're going to show you the video. But first I want to give it up to Fabiola.
Hi everyone. Okay. So MARS stands for Multidisciplinary Academic Learning Lounges, and we offer 3 of our top programs. So for example, if you guys look open on the left side, you'll see Pi Square, and Pi Square is pretty much for our first year program that offers students the opportunity to choose 8 workshops they can choose from. One of the workshops I personally like the most is student engagement with faculty, and pretty much it just tells you the do's and don'ts, how to email your professor, how to approach your professors for anything like a recommendation letter, if you want to meet up with office hours. Then if you move forward to COLA, COLA is our second year program. You guys see it? Yeah, so COLA, yes. So COLA is our second year program. It's a series of set of workshops as well. But the difference with COLA and Pi Square, with COLA it gives you a start track to choose a social change project that you would like. And with the workshop, one of my favorite workshops from COLA as well is time management. This gives you a little understanding how you manage your time. For me, I don't do well because I'm a little bit of a procrastinator, but it's okay. And then moving forward is in the middle. So is pretty much, so if you're having trouble in class, or if a professor sees that you're having trouble in class, then they can refer you to to meet up and have a consultation with one of our employees here. I'm asked to have a solution for you guys to do better and help you guys, and also offers other service that we have here at MDC. Relaxing fun. Has anyone been to Building 1? And Building 1, no? You guys never been there? Okay. Okay, so one of our awesome things we have is called The Hub. It's an academic study lounge. So you guys, it's located in Building 1, 1164. And the Hub is, like I mentioned earlier, is a learning lounge. So you guys can come in, sign in, of course. And we have use our facilities that we have. Like, for example, we have a study room. It's up to 5 people. We have laptops that you guys can use. And there's 2 boards that like you can actually write on them, guys. It's awesome. And we have portable chargers everywhere around the couches, on the long table. So if you guys want to know more about the Hub, come visit us in 1164. It's in Building 1. We're open from Monday through Thursday from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Fridays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you, Fabiola. And so part of what we do is we train our students to do presentations as well as to experience different things at the college. So the video that I'm going to show you now is actually created by students for students. So all the tips that are coming out in this video come from actual students who said, listen, other people need to learn this. So at the end, I'll open it for any questions that you may have. Thank you.
Welcome Miami-Dade College North Sharks. That's right, you are now a shark. We know college may seem like something to be scared of, but don't worry, you are a success story in the making. Here are 20 helpful tips that all North Campus Sharks should know.
Check your registration date and register early. The earlier you register, the more flexibility and more choices you have.
Arrive to campus early if you want a good parking spot. There's plenty of parking, but remember, it may take you some time to get to class. And professors do not like when you are late.
Use the planner so that you always know when assignments are due. There will be a lot of different assignments with different due dates. I found that having a physical planner is better than my phone because I get to plan myself out more.
Visit the lab early in the semester and don't wait until midterms and finals to understand the topic being discussed in class. Several of the labs offer workshops on different topics throughout the academic year.
When you miss class, it is your responsibility to ask someone for the work or contact the professor. Make a friend in every class. They can be a valuable resource.
Take responsibility for yourself, your actions, your grades, your finances. It's a great feeling to see all your efforts paying off.
Use setbacks as a challenge to overcome and an opportunity to grow. Don't let whatever you're going through defeat you.
Every fall semester, you must visit the Student Life office to pick up your parking decal. Please make sure to bring your student ID, car registration, and paid schedule. This will also be a great opportunity to get involved on campus.
Set boundaries between your world. Make sure to inform your job or those in your life when you are going to be in class or when you need to be studying. Tell them in advance and hold to your schedule. The effort will pay off.
Know the withdrawal policies. Do not lose your financial aid over something you can control. Before withdrawing, talk to your professor and academic advisor about your option.
Get help outside of the classroom. We have tutors. You can set up an appointment with your professor during their office hours. We have various labs, and the campus has many locations where you can study as a group.
The Public Safety Office is here for your assistance. You can give us a call from the yellow phones or at 305-237-1100 from your cell. For those of you who are taking classes at night, a public safety officer will kindly escort you to your vehicle. Just give us a call or visit us in room 1175.
Know your strengths. They often help you to overcome your weaknesses. You can do this, I promise. You just have to take it one day at a time.
Don't be afraid to assess and make changes in your life. That includes study habits, job schedule, and campus involvement. College is about learning about yourself and also what's taught in your classrooms.
Conduct yourself professionally in writing, speech, action, and image. The connections you make in college can position you for success in the future.
Plan, prepare, and don't procrastinate. Read your syllabus and not just on the first day of class.
Begin to research your career path and transfer institutions early so that you can pick the right classes and build your portfolio from the start.
Share your progress with others. Your story of success can inspire someone else.
Follow
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. There's a great way to stay connected with other students and with what is occurring on campus.
Please check out the different events occurring on campus. Attend a play, a lecture, a student organization event. There's always something going on campus. And remember, college life is about building a lasting friendship. We hope you found these 20 tips useful as you start your studies. Remember to always stay motivated, create memories, and enjoy your journey at Miami-Dade College North Campus.
So we just want to thank you for the opportunity. Like Fabiola says, we're in 1164. Anytime you need anything, anytime you have any questions, even as weird as it may seem, you can always stop by the office. There's always going to be someone there to help you. And thank you for taking the time tonight to come. Thank you.
I'm the Chief of Public Safety here. The video explained a lot of our services. At night especially, our services are, we can escort you to your vehicle. We help students with battery assistance if the car died. We patrol the parking lots. One thing that we check is parking decals, as they say on the video, so make sure you have your parking decals. Get it at Student Life, building 4, second floor. If you don't have a parking decal when you come in, you go to the information booth in front of this building here, building 2, where the buses come and get a visitor parking pass. Someone's there until 7 p.m. every night. The way to contact us is through our extension 305-237-1100. The blue phones are all around the campus, or our public safety app, which is called Live Safe. Download it. It's important to have it because through the app, if there's an emergency on the campus, that's how we communicate to the students, either to stay away from the campus, to hide in a classroom if there's any situation where you need to hide or need to evacuate. Any questions?
Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Okay, guys, my job here is to talk to you guys about the labs, all right? Now we're getting into the EAP program. And the lab is really important. And many of you know, most of you guys are returning students. And for the ones that are new, you have to understand that you have a lab component to your speech and to your writing courses, okay? The lab is welcome, you guys are welcome. Every student, everyone is welcome to come to the lab, but especially the speech and the writing students, it is mandatory for you guys, okay? First of all, you might want to write this down. The location of the lab is room 1391. That's in building 1, 3rd floor, and there's 3 doors to the lab. So the main door is the glass door. So if you walk into one of the doors, you see a wooden door and you knock it, we don't open it, you have to go around and you have to go through the glass door. So we've got a lot of students who they knock at the wooden door and they stay there and they keep knocking, and we try to tell them to come around and go through the glass door. So that is the location of the lab. Hours of operations, Mondays through Fridays, 8:30 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Okay, so we're open every day. Pretty much all day from Mondays through Fridays and Saturdays from 9 to 1, as you can see. Okay, who needs to come to the lab? All of you guys are welcome to come to the lab. Okay, even if you're not if you're not registered in a speech or writing course, you're welcome to come to the lab. Okay, it is mandatory for speech and listening students and also writing students who are taking a writing course. Now, EAP plus students, you guys, it is not mandatory for you guys. Well, you guys are welcome, okay? You can come to the lab and seek other services and access the tools that we offer you guys in the lab. Now, the lab officially opens on Monday, May the 15th. We're currently open to answer any of the questions that you might have, okay? And you can go there, you can ask questions. If you have an issue from last semester, you guys can come to the lab and talk to us. But we officially open on Monday. So Monday you guys can, go to the lab, spend some time in the lab, read and access the syllabus, which is really important. I strongly suggest you guys come to the lab and read the syllabus. That is one of the most important things that you need to do when you come to the lab, okay? That is your contract with us, okay? So to every other course that you guys are registered on, you have to, read the syllabus. The last day for the lab will be July 21st. And that is a Friday. That is the last day that you guys, that you must complete your hours, that you must complete all of your assignments. What is required for the speech, listening, and writing students? You have to complete your assignments. For speech students, speech and listening, you have to do the Tell Me More, which is from Rosetta Stone. You have to, purchase a license, and you have to complete the assignments for the speech lab. That's for the speech students. For the writing students, we're doing something new this semester. We're piloting a new software for the writing students, so you guys are not taking the exam anymore, okay? Remember the e-writing? You don't have to do that anymore, although it'll be accessible to you guys. So if you want to come to the lab and you want to do the e-writing, you can do that, okay? It'll be there for you. But now we're going to pilot a new software. It is a writing software. It is really complete. It covers all of the skills: reading, speech, grammar, writing, and so much more. So it'll be something new, and you guys, obviously you guys are gonna have to get trained. You guys are gonna have to come to the lab and ask a lot of questions until you become familiar with the new software. But that's what we're gonna do with the writing students. And of course, the hours in the lab. Whether you're taking one class, one lab course, or 2 lab courses, you need to spend 30 hours in the lab. Okay, and we're talking about physical hours. That's mandatory. That's what the discipline requires you guys, you students, EAP students, to do. To spend 30 hours doing lab work in the lab. Okay, and that is really important. That is part of your grade. Doesn't mean that if you don't complete all the hours, you're gonna fail the lab, but it is important that you do some of the hours in the lab. Okay, our policy. You guys are responsible to access the syllabus and to become familiar with the syllabus. That is extremely important. Remember, if you want to be successful in the lab, you have to understand how, what you need to do in the lab. And the way to do that is by reading and memorizing the syllabus. Literally, you have to memorize. You have to memorize the deadlines. The assignments. You have to understand what are the assignments that you need to complete. Okay? And of course, if you do not come to the lab, if you guys do not attend the lab, if you guys disappear from the lab, and I'm not talking about 1 week or maybe perhaps 2 weeks, but if you don't come to the lab at all, you guys will be purged. You guys will be dropped. Unfortunately, if you don't come to the lab, and we monitor that, we try to, it's a lot of you, this is a smaller semester, less students, but we still we'll check and we'll monitor all of the students. And if you don't come to the lab, if we don't see that you have come to the lab, if we don't see that you have attended the lab, we are going to drop you. We're gonna purge you. So please make sure that if you want to avoid that situation in which we have to purge you, you have to come to the lab, please. That is extremely important. Okay, available tools in the lab. Okay, you can come to the lab. You can seek tutoring. You can, record some of speech and listening recordings that you guys are assigned to do in the lab. You can do that in the lab. And of course, the computer usage. I know that some of you guys have exams that you need to take for your different courses. You're welcome to come to the lab and take those exams on the computer. Okay, and there's other additional tools. But one of the things that we encourage the students to do when they come to the lab, ask for help. Okay, we have a folder, we have a binder where you can actually select some of the tutors that we have. And a lot of you take advantage of it. And a lot of you have benefited a lot from from the tutoring that we offer. So it is extremely important. Do not wait until the last minute. If you're not familiar, if you do not understand the topic, if you're having problems with certain some of your courses or a specific topic, please come to the lab and ask for tutoring, and we'll provide it to you, okay? But that is extremely important. That's my contact information. If you need to get a hold of me, please do that. Send me an email. A lot of you guys, you ask me, how can I contact you, Pedro? Well, this is the easiest way. Send me an email, and it is part of the syllabus. When you read the syllabus, it'll be in there, so you can write it down. You can take a picture of the syllabus and keep it on your phone, so you can access it whenever you need it. And that is the lab telephone number. 1147 is the extension. And if you dial from your phones, you have to dial 305-237-1147, and then you can ask for me or any of the staff, the lab staff that we have currently working there. But really important, do not wait until the last minute. If you need to talk to me, if you need to get a hold of me, if you call me and I'm not there, ask for me or send me an email. Okay, I will reply to you as soon as I can, and I will. Okay. Do you guys have any questions? No, we're open. We're open for to provide information, and if you need to ask specific questions about your course, about the lab, you can come to the lab. But we officially open on Monday. That's where you can bring your licenses, the ones that you need to purchase, and if you want to register, if you want to access the syllabus, you can. We're gonna do that on Monday.
How many hours you can spend?
You can spend as many hours as you want in the lab. We have a lot of students that they spend over 100 hours in the lab. At first, some of you guys, you complain about 30 hours being too many hours, but at the end of the day, a lot of you end up spending more than 30 hours in the lab. There's no limit to how much time you can spend in the lab. For grade purposes, yeah, there's a minimum of 30 hours that you have to complete if you want to pass with an A. But as far as the limit to how many hours you can spend in the lab, you can spend as much time as you want. You can come to the lab, and spend 10 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour. It's up to you. As long as we're open and you're doing during the hours of operations, you're welcome to stay there as long as you want. Did that answer your question? Yes. Anyone else? No? All right. All right, guys, I wish you a successful semester, and if you need anything, if you have any other questions, if you need to contact me, you already have my information, and I'll hope to see you there soon.
Good afternoon, guys. My name is Sandy. I come from the financial aid office. So a lot of what he said, it applies to us as well. One of the most important things is to do things early. Don't wait until the last minute. The summer term is the best term to be able to actually get everything done. We have less students, we have less of number of issues outside. If this is the first semester that you have, you're going to notice what the change is from this semester to next semester. It's completely different. One of the main things for financial aid, we have 2 semesters going at 2 school years going at the same time. We have the 16-17 and we have the 17-18. That's for the school years. The most important thing is to get it done quickly and not confuse them. The same information applies for both years for tax purposes. So we're going to use the 2015 taxes for 16-17 and 17-18. A lot of students ask, how long do I have to do the financial aid? You have time. You have plenty of time, especially for 17-18. But for 16-17, make sure to get it done by the end of July. Once we go into August, the next application is going to come into the system at the beginning of October for 18-19. When that happens, whatever you didn't do for 16-17 is done. It's history, even if you qualify for it. So do it as soon as you can. You still have time, but you could do it on that part. The most important days, you have to finish. Perfect example. A lot of the students that are coming to financial aid right now, they're getting classes that began on Monday, and they realize that they didn't have the money to pay for the classes, and they didn't finish the financial aid. At that point, the classes start the next day. There's no way for us to do everything on time, especially when we have 300 students coming in at the same time. So you have to get everything done on time. Again, I just want to remind you guys, if you have gone to the area of financial aid, admissions and registrations, and any other office, most of them are pretty calm right now. They're going to be a little crazy during the fall. So if you know you need to do paperwork to get it done, go early and go now. We're open from 8 in the morning to 7 p.m. Monday through Thursday, and on Friday we close at 4:30. And tomorrow, not tomorrow, on this Saturday, we're going to be open as well. So just take advantage of all this time to get it done. One of the things that you're going to notice on the system when you sign up for the classes is that when you register for classes, if you don't pay for the classes, either through financial aid, through your own money, through scholarships, the classes will get dropped. So tomorrow is one of those days, which is the 11th. Whoever didn't pay for classes, half of those students, a lot of them anyway, are going to get dropped from the classes. They're going to come screaming at financial aid, why did my classes get dropped? It's only so much that we could do. You have to do your part. You have to follow up with us to make sure that all the paperwork gets done. Some of you guys may, it doesn't really exist, but some of you guys somehow may be able to sign up back for the class and have the class there. After the 11th, after tomorrow, any classes that you have on the system and it's not paid for and it gets dropped or anything happens to that class after tomorrow, you will get a grade of a W. A W is as bad as an F. Not as bad, but it's bad as well. So you don't want a W or an F. So any classes that get dropped after tomorrow, or you don't drop them by yourself, you're going to get a bad grade on it. If somehow the system doesn't drop it completely, it's your responsibility to get in touch with financial aid, with your professors, and with admissions and registration to get that class dropped. Otherwise, you wouldn't qualify for financial aid for the future because you're going to be on academic probation. So the easy way of getting everything done on time, first thing, do the application, the fast one, as soon as you can, just to get it over with. Do 16, 17, 17, 18, and just do all the paperwork. Very simple. You do the application, let's say today, takes 3 days to get the application, we'll let you know what we need, you bring it back to us, done deal. It's not a big deal. Especially now that for the taxes, about 2 weeks ago, if you came to our office, we told you we need the tax return transcripts. We actually need the paperwork from the IRS. That changed about 2 weeks ago. Now you could actually bring the 1040, which is the paper that the tax person gives you. So if you have it at the house, just bring it over and you're done. That changed about 2 weeks ago. So that makes a huge difference. If you have it or you were waiting for those papers, just bring it over and you're done on that part. And remember, 2015, if something changed dramatically from 2015 to 2016 income-wise, if we went up, I would doubt that you want to give us that information. But if we went down, then bring us information. We could work with you. Don't bring it if you went up because you're going to lose it. So, it's fine. What else? What else? For the appeals, once a year, at the end of the spring term, for every year, we run the calculations. If you are not doing good on the class, just like Pedro was saying before, don't wait until the last minute to do something about it. If you know they're not going to do good on the class for whatever reason, drop the class, work with the professors, go to, they call it malls, which is from financial aid. They help you, not pass the class, but they give you information on how to do better, and the labs, they'll help you with it. Don't wait until the last second to come to us if you have a problem, and don't go based on the information that your friend told you that they did and it worked for them. Every single person is different. We're tired of coming people over, oh, my friend told me to do this, and this is what I'm doing, it worked for them. Every single person is different. So just ask the people that are specialized in that area. So I'm not going to talk about labs because I haven't been at the lab, so I don't know what they do over there. But just kidding. But the whole idea will be on that case, don't go to, let's just say, advisement to ask advisement about the classes, and if they say something about financial aid, oh, the people from advisement told me that. Just go to financial aid, just ask them. Just the same way that we cannot tell you what classes to take, it should work the same way. Just ask the people that deal with the issue with financial aid. There's really nothing to it, just make sure that you do the paperwork, you pass your class, that's the most important thing. There are limits, there are 3 main things that apply to everyone. GPA, the GPA is a rolling number. The more credits you get, the higher the GPA needs to be. Always aim for a 2.0, because eventually you have to have it there anyway. So 2.0 for the GPA, you have to have a completion rate of less than 150, meaning that you sign up for a degree now for an associate, it's 60 credits. The Department of Education allows you to go over 30 credits over that, meaning that you could take up to 90. If you get past 90, you lose the financial aid. So GPA, 150% completion rate, and the last one, which affects a lot of people, is the 67% completion rate, meaning that you need to pass 67% of the classes that you take. And when I say classes, don't go so much for the class, but based on the credits. Because for example, CES 1060 is 4 credits. That one affects you more than any regular class that is 3 credits. So if you take, let's say, something simple, 3 classes, you have 9 credits, you fail 2 of the classes, you lose the financial aid. Very simple. And it depends, the key thing, it depends which semester you took them. We run the system only once a year, at the end of the spring term. If you mess up on the summer, well, you have the fall and the spring to kind of catch up. But if you mess up on the spring, you lost it for the summer, and for the foreseeable future, and then you have to do an appeal. So just keep a track of them, and come and ask questions, we're always there. So right now in the spring, we might be on the background because we have a lot of work to do. I was a little late, I forgot about this. But there's a lot of paperwork that we do on the background. So you see us at the window, when you don't see us there, we have a lot of files to do. And for the fall semester, because we have both years running at the same time, it's a little crazy. Because all the paperwork, and the key thing is when you do the FAFSA for 17-18, if you put some information that is not the same, and we have had a lot of issues with that. Let's say that you did a FAFSA for 16-17, you put I made $100, but you forgot that you put that on 16-17, and then you went to 17-18, and you put I made $0, and then there's a difference between the 2 years, because they're going to supposed to be based on 2015. We're going to ask you for the taxes. Believe it or not, then when we get the information, it wasn't 100 and it wasn't 0. It was 1,000. That's just a number. But when we run those numbers, the difference may be from getting financial aid to not getting financial aid, and now you owe the money to financial aid and the primary education. So just make sure that you're consistent with everything. And the most important thing for that is ask questions. Just come to us. We're there to answer questions. And if you don't like, because it happens, if you get an answer at the window, you don't feel that it's correct, ask another person. There are 9 financial advisors and 5 or 6 clerks, I believe, at the office. If you don't like one answer or you don't like the way it was told to you, ask, I want to talk to someone else. Just go inside, and just ask questions. I have seen a lot of you guys at the window, and I have talked to a lot of you guys already. So if you don't like something, just ask the next person. Any questions, anything so far? Yes, ma'am.
My name is Patricia. I want some explanation about all the money they give for students for summer, because sometimes some students receive it, sometimes they not.
Thank you for that. We hear it all the time. Financial aid does not pay for summer. Financial aid does pay for summer. What makes the difference is how many classes you took during the year. If you go full-time during the fall and during the spring, there is no more Pell Grant for the summer because you already went full-time, so you access all the money. If you didn't go full-time in either of the 2 semesters, whatever you didn't use rolls over to the summer. So that's how that works. Financially, it does pay for the summer, just depends how you use the money. And even at that, even let's say that you did go full-time during the fall and the spring and use all the money, the Pell Grant may not be available for the summer, but you may still have on Miami-Dade grants, and they are independent. There's no guarantee that you're going to get it. It works a little bit different, but if you meet the criteria, you could still get it. And most of the time, the minimum for that one is about 100, so that should be enough to pay 2, maybe even 3 classes. So financial aid does pay for it. So if you hear anyone say financial aid doesn't pay for it, it does. It just depends how it works for you. Thank you, guys.
Good evening. How are you? A lot of familiar faces out there. You ready for the test today? Yes. You took notes, right? You have to pay attention, take notes. Today I'm going to give you a handout. If you could help me, can you help me hand these out? And just take these right here. And I want you to read it. It's just 14 like rules and regulations, requirements of the students, and student responsibilities. I'll wait till he gives you the paper so you can follow me. I'm not going to read all of it to you, but I just want to make a few important points. And one of them is to attend all your classes. Don't be absent a lot. Every syllabus from every different professor might have different attendance policies. Some teachers say you can miss only 3 classes during the semester. Okay, that's what I wrote here in this paper, but read your classroom syllabus because it's different for different professors, okay? And always keep the syllabus in your notebook. In case you have to miss class, you have a phone number and an email address for your professor, right? Okay. Everybody getting there? You can follow me. I'm just doing a couple of points at a time here. You must have your textbooks by the beginning of the second week of classes. Some students say, well, I ordered my book on Amazon and I don't have my book yet. Try to have your books because the teachers will start assigning pages for the textbook the second week. Like right now, I'm going to give homework tonight to my students and I expect them to have the book by next week, okay, to do the homework. Where am I? Are you with me? Yeah. You see what I'm doing? Okay. If you're absent, what do you do when you're absent from class? You just skip class? Do you call anybody? Get in touch with your teacher. You can email your professor or call them and leave a voicemail, because if you're absent, you're going to get a 0 for the day if you don't contact your teacher, right? Because you have a quiz every day, right? Okay. It's a good idea that when you have your syllabus and your notebook, that you get a classmate's phone number. Get a couple of classmates that sit next to you, get their phone numbers. So if you're absent, you can ask them, what was the question on the quiz? No, so you can ask what pages for homework and things like that. Okay, what else? If you're absent and you don't contact the teacher, you're going to get a 0 because you didn't take the test or whatever assignment there was in class. Cell phones, please, if you have an emergency, keep your cell phone on vibrate, but don't have your cell phone on so it rings in the class. This interrupts the class, the teacher has to stop, and it wastes time. And what's time? Time is money, right? Right? And you're paying for this time. So please keep your cell phones off, and don't, whatever you do, don't take your cell phone and answer and go outside the classroom to talk. Teachers don't like that, okay? In class, I always tell my students to speak only English. You're here to learn English, right? Yeah. If you speak another language, if you speak Creole or Spanish or Chinese, I can't help you. I'm here to correct your grammar and your pronunciation. So if you speak English, I can help you. But if you start speaking Spanish, I can't help you, right? So speak only English in class. And if you have a question, please raise your hand and be polite. Don't speak when other people are speaking. All right, now, there's 2 pages here, and you'll notice if you turn to the second page, the last thing I want to say on the back is the Miami-Dade College has a website. There's the website right there that you can go to. It's called the Code of Conduct for Students, how to behave and how to conduct yourself as a student. Please go to that website and read it, okay? It'll give you more information on your rules, responsibilities for students. Now, what I did was I put 2 pages here. One is for you to sign your signature on the page that we just read. You understand? Yes. You understand everything we talked about? Yes. So that's for you to keep. The second page, you have to print your name, write your student number, and signature, okay? And this paper we're going to collect to keep in the department. The World Languages Department will keep that. It's kind of a contract that you understand these responsibilities, okay? Good? Any questions? No? You ready for the quiz? Okay. So I'll see you around campus. If you have any questions or any problems, you know where my office is. Come and see me anytime, okay? All right, good to see you all. Yeah, something else?
Okay, so as I said at the beginning, this was just to give you a little bit of information about some of the services that we have here at the college. We're going to give you more information throughout the summer semester and into the fall. We'll have presentations in detail about financial aid. We'll also have some people come from Single Stop, talk about the services that they have there. So this is not the end of this orientation. It will continue. But right now, we just wanted to give you some information. So when you are finished here, you will go to your speech classes, those of you who have speech, because the night is still very young, and we know that the speech instructors do want to have class with you. So we thank you for coming, appreciate your attention here, and I wish you a very, very successful semester. You know that my office door is always open. You can come and see me anytime. And as everybody has been saying, don't wait until the last minute. If you have a question about something, if you are having any difficulties, please come to see me early in the semester. Don't wait until it's so late that we can't do anything to help you. So, yes.
Make sure they leave their papers here up to the side.
Yeah, when you leave, just leave the paper, the signed paper there at the end, okay? So thank you, everybody, and have a great semester.